Marcus, 3 points, all important.
Yes, that's the overriding factor, and the importance was certainly a response, a bounce back, but certainly at this stage of the season, to get those 3 points was massive for us.
And we've talked before about all important times to get goals, and the one today was exactly at the right time.
Yeah, Callum certainly opened up his legs. I knew he could gallop, but I didn't know he could gallop that much. He's been saving it, I think. So no, done excellent. Showed superb ability and then composure in that area, and then delight for Sam Jones to get off the mark as well. So a moment of both real talent in that final third, which was the difference in the end.
We'll go back to the start. You criticised your players Saturday and then kept the same team. What was your thinking behind that?
I think, I've got to be careful how I use my words, because then it gets used in, I was disappointed in terms of the goal we conceded and our decision making, but if you're going to get consistency, this team now, that team now has gone 3 games, won 2, lost 1, and the 2 they've beaten is Mansfield and Colchester, who are in the playoffs. So to get consistency sometimes, I just felt, of course I was disappointed, and we made changes to the bench with regards of a plan B, plan C, if required, to go and get a goal or protect a lead. And certainly the changes today were the other way in terms of protecting the lead.
It was a backs-to-the-wall performance second half, but they didn't really create that much.
No, I think first half their system caused us problems. But again, we showed great mentality and a mental strength. It wasn't quite going right for us, but we stayed in the game, and we changed shape to try and get to grips with their shape, because they were dominating possession. Although James McEwen, probably that's 14 clean sheets. It's probably one of his quietest evenings. Although obviously possession would probably state otherwise. And then in the second half, I just wanted to get a little bit higher and closer to them, but like you said, when they're chasing a game, they're going to gamble and they're going to throw everything at you. But I thought the term the kitchen sink, I thought we stood up to it very well, and we dealt with it.
Because when you play that sort of slightly lopsided midfield, if you like, with Chris Clements tucking in, it maybe does leave you open a little bit on that side.
No, it wasn't that. It was their 4 in midfield. They played 2 10s and 2 4s. That was causing us the problems. We always knew about down the sides. They'd always play with wing backs really high and wide, but it was the shape in midfield with the only one up top, and then the 2 in behind him as a 10, and then the 2 4s in behind that. That's what was causing us the problems, the overload, and then they were able to get possession there. So it was more that rather than down the sides for me.
So what did you say to them at half time?
No, it was just again a tinkering of the system. We matched them in terms of system, and we went up against them. And like I said, yes, I thought we contained them well, and we looked to threat on the break. With Callum, like I said, he galloped and he looked like he could run away from the back line. Tom Bolarimwa always had that threat to run away from as well. Likewise, Sam Jones. And I said, this league, there's not much between the teams. It's the team who makes the least mistakes, and sometimes it's that moment of brilliance or talent what separates. And we had that with the goal, great individual with Callum, and then that composure to, for Sam Jones to slot home. You
targeted these 2 home games, and so obviously that's one out of the way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if you'd lost this first one, the target would have gone away a little bit. So it was important that you got that today to set you up for Saturday.
Yeah, a win on Saturday now, that will take us to 10 points from the 5 games we targeted, and that's promotion form, and we'll need that type of points return for the remainder of the games if we're going to be in the playoffs. So it keeps us going. We're going to Wickham now, and we'll move on quickly from this and concentrate fully on Wickham.
And a win would also take up to 50 points, which is a nice place to get to.
And again, that's people tend to, I think, and rightly so. We want to aim as high as possible, but yeah, like you said, 50 points, and we're only at the beginning of March, would be a remarkable achievement, and 14 clean sheets now. I think we've gone joint with Portsmouth as well. 1 or 2 of the defenders have reminded me in the dressing room. So, a great milestone again. So yeah, if we can get to 50 points, absolutely superb in terms of how quickly we've got to them.